Alrighty, let's see how this goes. Oh, probably should turn my light on because it's getting dark as balls up in here. That doesn't even sound right. Should start snowing soon over here. Can't wait. Wouldn't mind seeing some snow. Alright, I can hear myself. Hello everyone, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you part 59 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy 14. Now, quick disclaimer, if you hear some barking muffled in the background, it would be my neighbor's dog. It's been doing it on and off all day. So, yeah, nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. I'm just gonna go through this right fast, dump all the stuff that I can off. I've been making some room, and then we're gonna be going into Mount Gulg. If I remember correctly, we will have a pardon me, didn't mean to yawn in your ear. We will have a trial right afterwards. Alright, so that gives me a decent amount. Let's go ahead and get into Mount Gulg. I needed to be item level 390. That's not too shabby. So we're gonna go through Mount Gulg. If I remember correctly, there's some other storyline right afterwards. We'll go do that. And if we get to the last storyline, whatchamacallit, for Kalusha, the little Aether Current, and we'll go do the rest of the Aether Current quests, and I'll be able to fly in Kalusha, which means that I'll just have the sixth and final zone for this X-Pack. Yay. Someone sent me a message. Pardon me. Alright, okay, so we got 9 here, 3 here, a 6 here, and a 5 here. We're gonna go venture this way. I should have went up and down. I would have gotten 1800. Dang. This is all fail-tastic this time around. Oh. That one's a winner. I'll take that. That was very tasty, scrumptious. People are pinging me like crazy. It is only 23 degrees outside right now. Woof. Oh, come on, people. Queue up! Brutal. Punishing. Brutal. Ooh, I got a new enlistment. Tather. Let's see who popped up. Could also check to see with Slowies. Oh yes, orphanage donation. Culinarian is eating well this round. I forgot what I was doing for a second there. Ew, gnawing goat. I don't want gnawing goat. Alright, let's go and do these. I need 24 orphanage donation component. No, not that spot. Nope, I'm under 50 now, and I knew this was gonna happen. Did it use one? Oh, thank God it didn't. I'd have been so pissed if it stuck me here and burned a friggin' Aetheryte ticket. Alrighty, time to do Mount Gulg. Let's get it knocked out.
So it is you. You will not defile my new paradise.
We got a Picto, and we have the new Picto and the Viper as a DPS. I like. Might as well use the sacred soil while it lasts. Oh, I'm gonna level this run. Squish! So we ended up with two sayings now. It's to eat my crits and suck on these critties. Ha ha. The Skylar's been really keeping me alive. I like it. I don't know how they're doing it because I myself suck at doing Skylar. I feel like it's a really, for me it feels really weak as a healer. I have a hard time keeping up as a Scholar. I do better as a Sage than I do as a Scholar. Forgiven cruelty. Ooh, I get to use that ability. I forgot how this goes. I guess we have to pick a, yeah, we have to pick a spot where it's not pointing. Let's not stand in front of that. Oops, I ate a hurricane. My bad. We'll survive this. Hey, look at that. That didn't hurt that bad. Hopefully I can find some gear in this run. Gotcha, bitch. Yes, a helmet. Boo, pants that don't work for me. I got a massive upgrade on the helmet now. I think we can pull ahead a little bit more.
Skulking about my domain like insects! I will not suffer it!
So many crits. Oh, it's only him left. Why am I AoEing? I wish that they would already vote for the helmet because I could use it. Healing. Another class that a role that I could play as. He's slowly building his sanctum.
Come no closer, filthy creatures!
Apathy. Healer's doing an amazing job keeping me alive. Oh, I can't leave yet until we kill this conformity. Then it breaks. Need gear. I don't need earrings. I don't need the maiming. Oh, next boss. Forgiven Whimsy. It's just a giant bunch of blocks. It's an animated, almost Lego cube. Eat my crits! I think it's the corners next are good. And then he'll start mixing it up. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Ooh hoo hoo. And now it starts mixing it up. Rocking it hard. These sides. It's also at this point from now on where if you screw up a mechanic, you end up getting stacks of involved. Healing. Casting.
I am righteousness,
I am righteousness!
and righteousness will prevail. Can't you do anything by yourself?
Healing. Healing. Alright, so I'm giving the healer a little bit of a heart attack. I think I can handle it, though. Between the two of us, we got it. Don't need earrings. Crits all around.
Very well. If you will not be discouraged.
You gotta be careful where he slaps. How could he slap? He's just gonna alternate it. I think he alternates it. We'll find out. Kinda looks like it. Oh wow, he died pretty quick. And we're at the last boss. Consort of Sin, forgiven of obscenity. This one can kind of confuse me a little bit with its movements and actions. I need some crits! You gotta kind of anticipate that. I forgot how that goes. Ah. Oop, don't stand in that. That's gonna hurt. And now she's gonna summon a bunch of marionette ads that will mimic her. You gotta look for the right one. She's over here. Now she's in the center. I just got a bunch of friggin' stuff. Most of it's, I think, healing and caster, if I've won any of it. Well, that's mostly healing. There's one piece of caster. Now I gotta be careful. This will boost him quickly. We got it. Ooh, look at the Summoner Grimoire. Just making sure that she's not summoning the orbs again. Did she just kick me? Keep getting messaged. Watch for the halo. She's over here. Now she's in the center. I hope you activated that in a safe spot. Eat some crits! Yes! Did it! We did it! Alright, this is gonna be a long streak, me not looking happy, I guess. Whenever I complete the dungeon. No haha anymore. Ooh, I got bloodletting. Alright, so new helmet. No new chest piece. Ooh, new gauntlets. No new pants. These are better than what I had. I don't need to swap out earrings. I got some bracelets. Alright, I'm up to 418 now, so I still need pants and a weapon. I got an awkward looking crown now. I was supposed to go this way. So I'm gonna look a little funky dunky when we go in the cutscene.
The end is near, my friends. We have found Vorthri's hiding place.
Unrepentant villains! Will you not be satisfied until you have brought disaster down on your heads? By your wickedness, you stand to gain naught ceaseless conflict. Had you only trusted fate to me, there would have been peace for all.
They look like a bunch of Voldemorts.
You could have lived bliss in my eternal paradise, free from the burdens of conscience and purpose.
Not really liking this echo.
Peace assumes many forms, and I do not doubt that you considered yours well worth the cost. I was even prepared to believe that the end might justify the means. Ignorant as I was, I had hoped that you might mend your ways and join hands with us. That we might strive together for the happiness of all. But no more. Your actions cannot be reconciled with your words. peace for all, you say? Yet when you were threatened, your first act was to sacrifice your own people in order to save yourself. If your paradise can be rebuilt so long as you alone survive, it exists not for the people. It exists solely for your twisted pleasure.
Hear me, Vorthree. The people won't submit to your will, for we each have our own. I made a promise to a noble soul, a woman who saw fit to entrust me with her legacy, and I mean to keep it. Everyone who stands with us has something precious, something that they cherish and would die to protect. They know their own hearts. They know what they want for this world. And by lending their strength to our cause, they have spoken. No matter how hard you may try to bend the world to your will, we will never yield!
Good words.
Silence! Not another word! You presume to lecture me. Insolent worms. You will learn your place. With my true powers awakened, I will expunge you like the filth you are. Your demise will serve as a reminder to all that I am the zenith of mankind and Sin-Eater both, chosen to rule over creation by right of transcendence. My very existence is virtuous. I am perfect, immaculate.
He seems disinclined to grant us an audience.
Find Vorthree. We will hold the Eaters here. Come! Let's finish this!
And they completely don't. They disregard me. The one going after. Yeah, the Crown of the Immaculate. It's a trial that's now just unlocked. Sweet. Now I gotta do this. So we'll be heading over there. That's the Crown of the Immaculate. Alright, so let's knock that out. See how long it takes to go to the... Can we run up there? Nope. I'm stuck here. I mean, I can exit the Kalusia, but I don't feel like doing it right now. Oh, the Necklace of Casting, man. We can get rid of that. Scholar is my current highest level. I didn't get a new helmet, I didn't get a new chest piece, I didn't get new gloves. I got a new pair of pants, gives me a skirt. Skirt. Naboth Choka. I didn't get that. I got those wristlets. I got the ring. So Scholar is now sitting at a healthy 418. Let's try Summoner. No new helmet. No new chest piece. No new gloves. No new pants. No new shoes. There's the choker. No new bracelet. No new ring. 420, ha. Well, it does 0. I know. It does 0 determination bonus, but I'm just gonna slot it in just so I can save the bag slot. Alright, so Summoner is still my best. In terms of best in slot. Who's messaging now? Shouldn't take too long to pop this, I'm hoping. But we'll see. If it takes too long, we'll go back to Collusion. We'll go do the, whatchamacallit, I forgot what they're called. The Aether Current. Yeah, we'll do the Aether Current stuff. Yeah, frag it. We'll just do it now. I don't feel like waiting any longer. Oh, I'm stuck. Yeah, I've got all of them. I haven't done any of the mission ones. Then I have 4 missions. We can do that. It's gonna shing while I'm doing this, I bet. Just watch. Usually always does. Run it! Look, we've got a visitor. Why don't you say hello? Who are you then? What? You got something to say to me? Rally ho. Hi ho. Rally ho is what they used to say. Now they say lally ho. Oh, you know our greeting. Huh. Lally. Huh. Oh, run it, my lad. You can do better than that. Head up, eyes front. No need to be shy. I'm not being shy. I'm stoic. Yes, dear, if you say so. Now, Ronnet, is everything else alright? You seem to be looking for something. Oh no, it's just, I sort of lost my hammer. I knew it. You what? Of all the irresponsible, careless, foolish... Ronet's hammer has been in the family for generations. It's a priceless heirloom that once belonged to Watts, the blacksmith of legend himself. Well, what are you standing around for, boy? Find that hammer. We will do what we can to help. Ah, my shoulder. Right, why don't you have a chat with some villagers for me and ask if they've seen Ronet's hammer? Just remember your dwarven manners and all will be well. Ah, damn it. I knew it was gonna happen if I didn't mean to abandon that duty. Elucidate. Do I not have the lally ho? You want words with me then? Give an Eorzean greeting. Oh, that's a fine lally hell you've got there, lad. I like you. Run it? Ah, that Silky Sprout's lost Lord Watt's hammer, has he? Well, lucky for him, I believe yon gentle dwarf picked it up. It's time I was getting back to work then. Good day to you, stranger. Why is there something over here? You're talking to me. Far Eastern greeting. What's this? A perfect lally-ho? You're no ordinary traveler, I see. The hammer I picked up, I reckoned I would hand it over to the Elder for safekeeping. You're saying it belonged to young Ronnet? Well, he can be touched shouty, that boy. Do you think you could take it back for him from me? That's my part done, then. We're gonna go this way. We'll just wait a little bit. What are the messages about? Work can be very busy sometimes. I don't want to miss another pop. I think Watts from Final Fantasy II, if I remember correctly. It's either 2 or 4. No, was he in a regular Final Fantasy game? Oh, why are you still here? Don't cutscene me. Wait, this is my hammer. Well, 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 would you look at that? You see, Ronnet, give the right and proper greeting and folk will be glad to share a bit of kindness. Could be that you've a thing or two to learn from Hero here. Huh? Are you lecturing me again? Aye, well, maybe. Maybe you're not such a bad sort. I'll just put the hammer in a safe place somewhere. I mean to be a famous smithy myself someday, so I'd best not lose it again. I'll leave you to it then. I know my boy's not the easiest to get along with, Hero, but he could sure use a friend like you. I don't need a friend. I don't need anyone. Well, we're not going to be friends, understand? But you can stay around a little longer if you want. So now what? And that one was almost a friend. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so I've got that. So we're just gonna go to right. Taken down. What did I tell you? I was barely 10 steps out of the village. Come, let us hurry along before our predators have a chance to gather. And she saunters off. The fearful fugitive. Oh, yeah. I didn't do that one, did I? Damn it. It's gonna cutscene me and it's gonna pop. Like, watch. It's gonna pop. Thank you for the escort, Hero. This is the gentleman I wish to speak with, so we needn't go any further. Luke. Are you wandering around by yourself out here? You know what kind of creatures lurk beyond the borders of the village. Well, if it isn't Cliff Dull's little girl, something I could do for you, lass. Yes, sir. I came for an answer to my proposal from the other day. Have you given any thought to taking over as village mayor? I'm doing the best I can in the interim, but I have neither the age nor the wisdom to continue in the role, and the rest of the villagers agree with me. I'm fairly sure I told you nay once already. But seeing as you found a guard just so you could come and talk to me, then mayhap I'll consider the idea in exchange for a few small tasks. Ugh. You will? Please, just tell me what I need to do. My friend Cliftel, your dear father, was looking for a sickle to cut some rope. Would you mind skipping back to the village and borrowing one for me? Why would you? I mean, a sickle, was it? For cutting rope. That shouldn't be too difficult. I'd only meant to ask you along for that one trip, but if I'm to complete these tasks, would you be willing to indulge me a while longer? Sure. I'm actually surprised it didn't pop. Good day to you, young Euless. You look a little flustered, dear. Was there something I could help you with? And a good day to you, madam. I was actually hoping to borrow a sickle. Not all. Here, you can take this one. I have several spares, so there's no rush in returning it. Doing a spot of harvesting, are you? My thanks, but it's not for me exactly. I was asked to bring one for my father. Your father? Shadows saved me. Forgive me. If you're to accompany me in these tasks, then you deserve to know the whole story. It was my father Cliftel who was the former mayor of Wright. And the incident I spoke of earlier was something that happened a year ago. One day a stray sin-eater came prowling around and slaughtered nearly half the village. It was a waking nightmare. Some of the villagers blamed my father. They said it was because he refused to accept the protection of Yulmore. The sheer scale of the tragedy and the accusations that follow wore away at his conscience until finally he could bear the guilt no longer. He hanged himself. Siluk, the old man we spoke to, was his closest friend, but considering how he worded his request, it seems he's reluctant to accept the fact of my father's death. Still, I would see this task to its end. Let us bring him his sickle, shall we? He's alright then? Well, that's a relief. Wright's had its share of troubles, and a wife does worry. What? He had you helping strip planks? The cheek of that man. Still, we're lucky his father taught him the trade at all, even if he uses those skills to take ships apart instead of building them. A woodworker puts food on the table, so I'm grateful to his family for keeping up their traditions. And I'm grateful to you for bringing me peace of mind. Please take this for your kindness. Perfect timing. So I have 2 more missions to do here, and then I got this crown of the crown of the Immaculate. There we go. Time to fight this fat slob.
Are you so determined to die? One last chance, villains! Bow down and acknowledge your king! Your god!
Got a face on this boob. I forgot this fight completely. I haven't done this since I had to grind this for a mill. Uh-oh. I should probably go and clip up my phone, my controller. Notice how those health bars going down quickly. Another thing that they've started introducing in. Oop. Oh, someone died. Now it finally looks better. Love the blade wings. This is his true form. Got rid of that tumor. Ooh, that hurt. Oh wow, we've gotten pretty far on him. That was close. He wants to Shadow Reaver me. So now we gotta kill these. Where he gets his Immaculate Authority refilled. Alright, so we took it out to Forgiven Shame. Now he's gotta do the Venery. And he's gonna hit us. It reminds me of Senbon Zakura. Beatific Vision. Someone LB this. There we go. Down.
I am all powerful.
Not even a victory tone. Oh, never mind. Now we got it. Extinguishing the last light. Is that Fothry? I see, it's finally over then. Now night will return to all Norvrant, bringing salvation to both of our two worlds. Upon speaking with Reen, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Should you leave the area, you may return here by speaking with the sentry posted at the entrance to Mount Gulg. Yay!
Why am I cast down? But it is you who are the villains. Father told me that I am hope. I am righteousness. That I am a god. That is why I was born, as man and sin eater both. I kept the people safe. They respected me, worshipped me. How can this be? I should be the one looking down at you. Help me, W. I am your god.
Nope. You're done. Dunzo. Dunzo, wash my hands of it. Now let's suck up that light and get a mosey. Let's see how badly this is going to screw me over. Am I going to turn into a bomb again? Huh.
Look! The sky!
Nothing bad's good about that, but yep. It's the echo. Not necessarily bad. Just me remembering things.
Fools! Were it not for my decisive action, the whole city would have been overrun, razed to the ground. Yet they dare to complain about casualties? Spare me. I'll wager they were put up to it by those wretches who seek to usurp me. They're stirring up the citizenry. But if they think I will yield to the likes of them, they are gravely mistaken.
To be subjected to such deplorable treatment, such ingratitude. You have my sympathies, sir. You do so much good for this city, and you could do so much more were you not surrounded by fools.
That sounds familiar. That voice.
Who are you? You're not supposed to be in here.
My apologies for the intrusion, but I come bearing a proposal. One that will ensure the longevity of your reign. But give me the word, sir, and I will bring hither a light warden. By giving its power to the babe within your lady wife's womb, we shall create a transcendent being. A king to rule over all. And as sire to the king,
your authority will never again be in question.
Hmm.
Amazing. Before my Vorthri, they behave as docile pets. With this gift, my line should be guaranteed power for perpetuity. We shall rule the whole world.
Yeah.
By all means, sir. United under Yulmor's banner, men will cease fighting and abandon their ambitions. Thus, they will grow fat and complacent, and in their sloth, seal your supremacy.
Yep, here we go.
Are you all right? Say something!
Help me. I'm not alright.
12 for Fend. He cannot contain the light. He's beginning to turn. Urianger, if you've aught up your sleeve, now is the time.
It's changing back.
The combined power of every Light Warden is too terrible a burden for any one soul to bear. And so I shall relieve you of it.
So what are you gonna do? You gonna suck it up and put it into the crystal tower?
Exarch, what are you doing?
I will channel this profusion of power to the crystal tower and use it to travel to other worlds. As I have dreamed of doing ever since I first learned of their existence. Who would choose to remain here, in this dying realm, when they might go elsewhere and begin anew? Not I. And thus did I use you.
No, I don't believe you. It doesn't make sense.
Damn you! We won't let you do with him as you please.
Do not interfere!
Please, I beseech you all, let him go.
You knew of this, Urianger. Tis all a fiction. Such vaguely defined acts of teleportation stand no chance of success. The Exarch will never live to see another world, as he knows only too well.
Then, what does he mean to do?
He means to take the light with him into the rift, where he will die. From the beginning, he intended to sacrifice himself to save our friend and Norvrend.
At journey's end, an opportunistic thief makes off with the hero's prize. A paltry way to end a chapter, I concede. Yet your tale will continue, and my role in it will scarcely be remembered. Worry not. Whatever should become of me, I will be happy and free, safe in the knowledge that I have played my part.
Ha! They finally showed it. Graha Tia. Call him by his name or remain silent.
Thank you for fighting for this world, for believing. Fare you well, my friend, my inspiration.
Oh. Wow.
Only those who possess the royal eye of the Allagan Imperial line are capable of controlling the Crystal Tower. Such individuals do not exist in the First. Therefore, in all likelihood, the Exarch arrived here with the tower. This much I had surmised, yet I could not discern his grand scheme. To think that he went through all this trouble for the sake of a single hero. It's almost admirable in its absurdity. Alas, it is not your grand scheme that will succeed, but ours.
You bastard!
Stay put. Your friend is still alive, but whether he remains so depends on you. What a disappointment you turned out to be. I placed my faith in you, let myself believe that you could contain the light. But look at you now, halfway to becoming a monster. You are unworthy of my patronage.
What do you intend to do? It was you who created Vothri, wasn't it?
I am an Ascian. My heart's sole desire is to usher in the Great Rejoining. 100 years ago, I entrusted my comrade Logriff with the task of increasing light's sway over this world. This we sought to do by manipulating heroes. When that failed to achieve the desired result, I created Vothri. But thanks to your meddling, that too has ended in failure.
What was your true purpose in approaching us?
By your 12, boy, have I not told you before that everything I said was the truth? You were specimens by which I might gauge man's potential as it stands. I genuinely had an interest in you, genuinely considered taking you on as allies. Provided he could contain and control the light. If not, then he, and by extension you, would be of no use to me. 'Twas as simple as that.
So, we've been found wanting. How disheartening. But even had we fulfilled your conditions, there was no guarantee that we would cooperate. What then?
Then I simply kill you all. At the very least, it would restore the world to the way it was before you went about trouncing Lightwalkers willy-nilly. Suffice it to say, it would be most inconvenient to have all that light taken away. And I would be lying if I were to claim his actions didn't have me worried.
You still retain your form and your senses. But you have all but become a Sin Eater. Whether you will it or no, your mere existence will serve to engulf the world in light. Those in your company will likewise turn into Sin Eaters, and in time you will succumb to your base instincts and hunt innocents to feast on their sweet, sweet ether. Those few with the will left to fight may rise up against you, but before your absolute might, they will quickly know despair. There is no hope. We are finished. Mankind is finished. Ah, the irony. What Vorfrey achieved through bliss, you achieved through despair. But I have overstayed my welcome. I shall look forward to seeing you bring the world to its knees, hero. Exarch! I have naught to show for all the time and effort I invested in you. He is a small token for my troubles. I did not expect that I could learn aught from man, but I may yet learn something from all the knowledge he had hoarded for his precious hero. I pity you, I do. Your friends are now your foes. If you do not kill them, they will kill you. When it all becomes too much to bear, seek me out at my abode in the dark depths of the Tempest. There, you may complete your descent into madness with some dignity, far from prying eyes. Till then, I bid you farewell. Eater.
I'm back at the Crystarium. Bad spot to have me. Or apparently I'm fine now.
Ah, finally.
Or is this a dream? What happened? Or was it just a dream? What happened?
After you collapsed, Emmet's self vanished. Then Reen did what she could to stay the raging of the light within your body. Thanks to her, you're still you, but she's only delayed the inevitable. You're not going to like what you see, but you still need to see it.
The light's back. The day. I bring the day with me. I'm so radiant. Yep.
It's like this all over. The whole of Norvrat is shrouded in light again. And it's because of you, and the power you absorb from the Wardens. No one knows but your friends. When they carried you down from the mountain, they told everyone waiting below that they didn't understand why the light had returned. And now they're out there trying to allay the people's fears, while searching for a way to save you. If you're well enough to be up, you're well enough to get some fresh air. Better that than stewing in here. Go on. Go.
Warden of Light. What'd I get? Enemy of Innocence. I need to head back in. Reassuring the masses. Oh, sir, you're awake. You were injured during the foray on Mount Gulg, yes? I was here at my station, as always, when they carried you in on a makeshift stretcher looking disturbingly bereft of vigor. And to compound my worry, this guy has, well, I'm sure you've seen, and has everyone rather concerned, to say the least. Seeing you up and about is the first good news we've had in a while. Assuming you feel strong enough, would you mayhap consider a stroll around the city to reassure our anxious citizens? Bragi was one of those who helped convey you to your chambers, and he has visited several times since to inquire after your condition. Well, first things first, I'm going to retire to my room, because I want to go and change my look up a little bit. Where is it? There it is. First things first, I need to put my glasses back on. Alright, I think that's everything. Good. Alright, well, look who's back from the dead. Aye, it was a grim sight. Your companions looked fair ready to drop when they brought you in, so I offered a helping hand. Couldn't bear to see them struggle so. And you, my friend, I feared you had one foot in the grave. Cold and lifeless you were, like a corpse that was somehow still breathing. Then they told me some evil bastard went and snatched our poor Exarch away in the midst of that chaos. Wicked White, what is this world coming to? Bah, bemoaning never solved a thing, did it? Nay, it's times like these that we Crystarium folk stood tall and do what needs to be done. Trade with Yulmore is back on the table. We'd best make use of those resources to fortify the city against the Eaters, or whatever misery the fates deem fit to throw at us next. Speaking of misery, Chesamil was already sick about you. A healer wringing her hands is not a sight you ever wish to see, let me tell you. So, if he stole Graha Tia, then that means we won't be able to use the Crystal Tower anymore. Kinda SOL on that. Oh, sweetie, you're alive. No one's been allowed to see you. Even Spagiric's chirurgians were forbidden from making visits. Reen was kind enough to tell me you were showing symptoms similar to Eater corruption, so I suppose there was little any of us could have done for you in any case. As for your companions, they've been rushing hither and yon, seeking a cure to your condition. I'm worried to see their faces growing ever more haggard every time they pass through the Crystarium. She'll let them know you're awake, and when they come to see you, sweetie, please do convince them to rest a bit. They won't be helping anyone if they all collapse of exhaustion. And our own Warren has been little better, I'm afraid. He hasn't left the cabinet, too busy with his nose buried in one dusty tome or another. No, I probably could have went further north. I could have. Oops. Confound it. This says the same thing as the last. Mayhap I should approach the problem from a different perspective. Hero, is it truly you and not some figment of my imagination? Oh, but this is wonderful. It would seem our prayers have been answered. Feeling otherwise helpless, I've been scouring our shelves for the wisdom to explain this most worrisome conundrum. Why, with all the light wards defeated, had the light returned to obscure the sky? I must have poured over 100 tomes, but no definitive conclusion seems forthcoming. So many questions I would pose to the Exarch, and thus do I feel his absence all the more keenly. Now that you are awake, however, I am hopeful the search for our stolen steward might begin in earnest. Catelys, meanwhile, leads the crystalline mean in preparations for battle, though against what foe we are as yet uncertain. Why not pay her a visit? I expect seeing you upright would be a much welcome relief. Sure. Let me just go break my ankle so I can get back down there so I can go to the crystalline mean. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn in y'all's ears. It's been a busy day. Hero, alive and well, I see. You gave us all a proper fright, you know that. Not a day's gone by that I haven't heard folk worrying what's to become of you or the Exarch. Anyway, I'm glad you've recovered enough to stand. You're not planning on striking out straight away, though, are you? I was hoping to have a better look at your equipment. If we'd been able to provide you with better weapons or sturdier helms, then maybe you would have won the day and the Exarch would still be here. As such, we're keeping busy consulting each other on new forging techniques and designs and the like. If you can stand still a moment, I'd like to assess the gear we're trying to improve. Aye, well, that's some fine work, I must admit. It wouldn't be impossible to make something better, but we'd need to experiment with different patterns and materials, and I'm not sure we have that kind of time. That sounds like a challenge that he would enjoy. Oh, I think I know where we're going now. Greetings, Glenard. The Master of the Stairs is running his own errands now, is he? Aye, well, my servers are distraught enough as it is, and I didn't want to crack the whip too hard. But never mind that. I'm thinking our absent genius and his epiphanies are the perfect answer to this predicament of yours. And by genius you mean old Grenalt. He is a man of unrivaled gifts, I won't argue with you there. But what good does his talent do us if you can't bloody find him? No one's been seen hide nor hair of Grenalt since he wandered off some years ago. You know what he's like once he latches onto an idea. He's probably cloistered himself in some forgotten cave, completely absorbed in his latest creation. I wouldn't even know where to start looking. It does make things difficult. Still, if that eccentric is someone you're destined to meet, I wager he'll show up soon enough. In my time at the bar, many's the tale I've heard told of strangely fated encounters, even if a few of them might be stretching the truth just a bit. We'll keep our noses to the grindstone for the time being, but on the off chance you do encounter Grenalt, you'd be wise to take advantage of his brilliance rather than wait on our slow and steady progress. This is all talk for when you're fully recovered, of course. I'll let you get back to convalescing, eh? Before you do that, you're actually the reason I came over here in the first place. I don't suggest partaking of my stock until you're properly well, but if you're passing near stairs, then I have a regular who's eager to see you. Sounds fine. I'd best be getting back. Just because the world's coming apart at the seams doesn't mean we have to follow suit now, does it? Here, here. Can't forget the heart upon which this city was founded, or the Exarch might not have much to have a home to return to. In his garden. Hero, are you alright? I think a return to your sickbed might be in order. Or you might consider resting a while atop the watchtower next to the rookery. This damnable sky doesn't make for the most soothing scenery, but the Exarch often like to stand there and feel the wind upon his face. Lovely. Let's go to the rookery. Yep. I see one of those spots right there. Probably have to go all the way to the top and then jump down onto it. I overshot it. We can make it though. I need to let my sprint wear off. I made it! Haha! Yeah, we'll do a red mage. Temenos Rookery. Free XP.
The people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight. I can imagine how torn you must feel, looking at that sky. Knowing what it means to everyone. And that you're responsible.
The secrecy is worse. I'd rather people knew. I still can't believe it's coming from me. It's all such a mess. Secrecy prevents mass panic, so no. I'm just gonna say it's all such a mess.
Aye. An all too familiar one. Here you stand alone, expecting no one else to bear the burden for you. You're in a corner, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out. But that doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet. I remember looking up at the sky like this before. Being caught up in a strange kind of calm. It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood. When we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives. One last sacrifice. One last fight. One last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and, well, you know the rest. There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen. That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it? So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one. To think that their hope still burned so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive.
Time to pull Naruto.
Well, come on then. As I thought. What happened between us was no coincidence. My story may be finished, but the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours. I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me. But it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish. For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll do my best to stop you. So, let us be about it, hero.
You were up here all alone, brooding and fretting and wallowing in your woes. But look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie.
Fail.
Look at what you've done to your ether. It's a mess. And you have cracks running all through that pretty soul of yours. My poor little sapling. Whatever am I to do with you? Shall I yield up my throne? You could claim it, cut ties with the mortal world? Hide away in the castle? It won't fix the problem, but would it really matter? If any pesky heroes come calling with steel and magic, all of Il Meg will rise up in your defense. My crown and scepter are yours, if you want them.
No.
What? Don't give me that look. Of course I knew before I asked that you'd never ever heed such a wicked suggestion. And besides, what would become of my precious and ephemeral flower? Oh, my dear beloved sapling. You are lost, confused, and have precious little time to gather your wits. Your kind is always so preoccupied with what lies ahead, and so we muddle your vision with fog and glamour. But such trickery is easy to see through. Stand very, very still. Think not of where you need to go, but where you are right now at this moment. At this time, in this place. Our cairn of crystal. From shadowed hood he watched you go, his ruby eyes with warmth aglow. See yourself as he saw you, and that shall be the clearest clue.
Oh, a riddle. Hey, Plex.
You stand in his garden, dear sapling. Ask his flowers what they know, and you will surely find an answer. But what will you do with it, I wonder? I'll be watching and waiting. Waiting and watching.
I'm doing Horde Night tomorrow. Figured I'd get this out of the way, because I ended up doing a dungeon and a trial. How'd your Horde Night go? You kick Butte? I never did ask you though, what do you think about... Oh, you didn't have one today? What did you think about the talk about Fun Pimps making it so that the game actually has a finishable storyline? Nice. Yeah, I know definitely tomorrow is going to be a Horde Night for me. Oh, I did not expect to see you on your feet so soon. Surely you have not come in search of an Amaro. No, not really. What do I know of the Crystal Exarch? I'm happy to share, but I fear there will be no surprising revelations. As any in the city could tell you, he is a man of wisdom and compassion and many untold secrets. But none can doubt his generosity. When the Crystarium was being constructed, he even allowed folk to plunder the tower for resources. He has imposed no restrictions upon us but one. No one except the Exarch is permitted to dwell within the spire. Many seasons passed, a comrade of mine was bold enough to ask the reason why. The Exarch merely smiled and said because one day the Crystal Tower may vanish as suddenly as it arrived. I gotta go to Morin now. I kind of want to see it. I want to see their story that they have for in setup. You know what I mean? I went to the wrong one again. I'm actually kind of interested to see the bandits popping up too. That means I'll have to actually swap my gloves out because I use priest gloves right now for the extra zombie damage. And was there something else you needed? If you've come for the results of my research into this persistent light, I'm afraid there's little to tell you as of yet. Records pertaining to the Exarch, well, I need no documentation to relay what little I know of his history, if that is what interests you. Less than a decade had passed since the coming of the Flood, when the Crystal Tower first flashed into existence. Its summoner, the Exarch himself, became known to the refugees in Lakeland soon thereafter. He welcomed all who sought out the spire, be they locals who had lost their homes or Voberdites fleeing their ruined kingdom, and together did they found the city which would become the Crystarium. Some thought to call him king, for he refused to share his name, but the summoner did not deem himself worthy of royal address. Thus did the people consider his scintillating skin, so alike to the tower he had summoned, and bestowed upon him the title of Crystal Exarch. As for his true name, well, 'twould seem that it is a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. Yeah, they do joke around and say that the sickness was a kind of a like alien thing. Good God, the people upstairs are stomping away. Hero, it is good to see you awake and alert, my friend. Ah, it's Cassard. What's this about? We're not writing the Exarch's memoirs, are you? I'm not sure how much I can tell you, considering we avoid asking too many questions. Unspoken rule and all that. If anyone has fresh insights to share, then it'd be Captain Lena, I'd say. She lost her parents to an eater attack not long after she was born, and the Exarch saw to her upbringing. Outward appearances aside, those two are like grandfather and granddaughter. I imagine the news of his predicament hit her doubly hard. Not that our proud captain would ever let it show. If you do decide to talk to Lena, she'll be at her usual post at the Ascensor Gate, which is outside in Lakeland. Fun. Time to fly. Oop, she's over here. Cutscene. Is it voiced? Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think it's man-made too. Because there's so many points of interest in the game where they have underground facilities where it looks like a bunch of testing went on. Hero, I was not told you had awoken. A welcome surprise. Now if only the Exarch was returned to us. He was taken by this rival of yours, was he not? Your companions mentioned they had an idea of where to find him. And so I bristled when they asked for patience. I did not understand their hesitation until I saw that you had fallen. Only then did I realize that I had no business rushing ahead. Even so, the delay has been no less agonizing. In the moments before he left to join you in Collusia, the Exarch entrusted me with a key. It opens a door in the ocular to a chamber known as the Umbilicus. This room is the heart of the tower, into which only the Exarch himself is permitted to enter. Bid me allow none into the tower once he had departed. Only in the event that an army of eaters descended upon the city was I to access the Umbilicus and awaken the defensive barrier. Never before had he left me with such instructions, but the battle with Vothri loomed near, and at the time I accepted the key without much thought. Since then, however, that moment is all that occupies my mind. When I recall the look upon his face, he knew that some terrible fate awaited him. Tell me, hero. I need to know what he feared. What battle you and your companions are truly fighting. Do I tell her? Oh, apparently not. Forgive me. I trust in the Exarch and I should not be voicing these doubts when he is not here to respond to them personally. You have come to me with a question of your own, have you not? Ah, I see I'm not the only one who burns for answers. The time has come to open the tower's heart. Though we do not face an invasion of eaters, I suspect the city will be in far more danger if you do not gain the knowledge you seek. No, I did not. That sounds disastrous. Ooh, I got the Innocence card, didn't even notice. God, I really wish that the model for the chess piece was her chess piece and not the one I got. I don't like the shoulder pads. The unbroken thread. Come, meet me in the ocular and I will unlock the door within. Hey, lefty. My right-hand bird. I really need to color his feathers, give him a barding. Can you actually see the top? Nope. Not from here. Too close. You know, in the PvP area, you're able to sprint endlessly until you're in combat. They should switch that for towns, so that sprint can be toggled on and off. Or at least allow you to ride the mounts through here, because some of these towns are way too big to be on foot, even with the shards and all stuff. Blech. Master Hero, the captain said to expect you. Yes, lead me into the ocular. Let's cutscene this out. This one's going to be voice acted, I can tell.
I have unlocked the door to the umbilicus. You are free to enter. Once you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
She's a trusting lot. That's a lot of books. Let's go touch the ball. Nope. Don't even get the chance to touch anything. Hmm? Oh, Ori and Jay.
A moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee. Thy true name is Grahatia, then. By thy claims, thou too art a native of the Source, though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our star. Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
In essence, yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity. Yet my mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Kind of wish you can get a tattoo of knowing.
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Sid Garland being perhaps the greatest. In hopes of staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions.
I'm so sad that there was no reflection of Sid in the first.
One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the River of Time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds. Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes, and thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice. But all the while, the world continued to burn. Hope was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder. People cried out in despair, "There is no hope, we are finished. Mankind is finished."
That sounds familiar.
Then others raised their voices in answer. Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass. The fighting went on unabated, but some few took up Sid's research and labored to realize those impossible ideas. After 2 centuries of labor, their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and, in doing so, roused its caretaker, me. By this stage, scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th Umbral Calamity. This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Sid and his compeers.
And by means of such technologies didst thou effect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the Source.
Some while before, as it turned out. 'Tis all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century. But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only man who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. That thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous.
Convenient.
Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen this.
I am aware of the consequences. 'Tis for that very reason Sid and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict. To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward. 'Tis a hard thing to ask. Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable.
Oh, it is? I still want to see 28 years later.
It was him. The warrior of light has been our unbroken thread. Where others would stumble and fall, he would rise above. Where others would break and run, he would carry on. The warrior of light's tale is one of unyielding bravery. To tell it was to feel courage. To hear it was to feel hope. It was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow.
You know, World War Z, I kind of wish that they had made it a campy horror comedy where, like, some rando doofus followed the actual Zombies guide, the guidebook, you know? I don't know if you read it. But if they actually followed it to survive during a zombie apocalypse, rather than the Brad Pitt movie that we got. I mean, it had some interesting little tidbits, but for the most part, I think that World War Z should have been mostly one of those campy, doofy horror movies. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Zombieland, but they don't actually have the Zombies survival guide in it that World War Z is based off of.
In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally. In the time-worn pages of a noble's memoirs were his deeds joyously retold. For many, these stories were the flame which warms them through the coldest of nights. And so it should come as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the warrior of light himself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. He was the lodestar that brought them all together, to send their final message back through time and space to him. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again and live. I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me say?
I kind of feel bad for Urianger. He's the bearer of the burden of knowledge, and he's had to deal with people calling him a traitorous scumbag a few times because of it.
That you will be my accomplice?
Again.
'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the Flood and of your part in arranging Minfilia's journey to the First. Your actions showed uncommon resolve. 'Twas clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world. I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
What price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the Light Wardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether, and then I will die. Knowing what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion, they will try to stop me, but in saving one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity and ensuring this tale ends as it must. To this end, I would have you take what I have told you of the Calamity and make of it a portent. A prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the rift.
So that's how the prophecy came to be.
Is this truly thy wish?
Some of the biddies are coming together.
History remembered the Warrior of Light, as I knew it would. And I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course. I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
Careful now. If you lose control again, the light could claim you for good. Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case. What do you mean to do?
Gotta go save a friend. Mean to hunt down Emmett Selk. I mean to rescue the Exarch. I mean to have a few words with both Emmett and the Exarch. I think we're gonna have a few choice words with both people.
We should be on our way. Diassian mentioned the Tempest, did he not? That's the stormy seas around Calusia to you. His lair must be down there somewhere, hidden beneath the waves.
Haha. Find the answers you sought. If there's nothing more you need, I will go and lock the door. I need some directions. I have questions about the Tempest. The Tempest? That is the name given to the seas by which Calusia is bound. If you make a request to the Tamers, they will provide you with an Amaro to fly you over the waters, but I need to go under the sea. Do you mean to leave right at this moment, alone? I'm not sure that... Nay, I will not seek to stop you. Go with the blessings of the Shadow, and I shall await your safe return. The Amaro launch. I don't know why they're gonna fly me over it. You require an Amaro. Just a moment, and I shall saddle our swiftest beast to fly you to the island. The open water, to the depths of the Tempest. Our Amaro can swim, yes, but to reach the ocean floor. I speak of insanity.
Ah, we have found thee. Word reached us of thy recovery, and thus did we gather with all haste. Ah. By thy looks, I gather thou hast gleaned that which I came to tell thee.
Urianger has shared everything with us. The Exarch's true identity and purpose.
Oh yeah, none of them were around for the whole Crystal Tower thing. It was just me, Sid, Biggs Wedge, and Rambros. With Graha.
I offer no excuses. When I agreed to aid the Exarch with his plans, 'twas in full acceptance of the condemnation I would face when my duplicity was laid bare.
It's nothing like you haven't done this before.
Yet it is not rancor, but resolve that I sense in thee. Thou art fully intent upon walking thy path to its end, art thou not? If thou canst forgive my deception, or, failing that, set aside thy displeasure for a time, I do beg leave to follow thee. What strength and wisdom I possess are thine to command.
forgive you, let's go. I'm a danger to those around me. No more lies. Can't ask him no more lies because I'm pretty sure he's still gonna follow his own set personality. So I'm just gonna forgive him and let go.
I thank thee. Doubt not but that I will do all in my power to repay thy kindness and fulfill the Exarch's wishes.
I'm sorry, but I don't think this is a good idea. Leaving the Crystarium, I mean, with or without Urianche. What I did for you won't last forever. There's no telling when the light will break free again.
And, you know, we do have two busted compatriots in the form of Thancred and Y'shtola.
Please, you must stay here. At least for a little while longer. We will find a way to cure this, I promise you.
I'm just gonna go crazy
How can
inside
you
of...
make promises? We don't even know where to start.
Alize, please. You know Reen was only trying to help.
Of course I know! I know only too well! But making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. It's a lie. Plain and simple. We've all searched high and low for an answer, and every one of us came back empty-handed.
The old hothead.
I am not about to stand in his way now. Not after failing him in his hour of need. No! The least we can do is...
No wonder why her color's red.
We will go with you as well. There is naught to be gained by standing still.
Indeed, we have exhausted every other avenue. Lead, and we shall follow. If there is any hope to be found, then we will surely find it at your side.
Are we all in agreement then?
I mean, at least
we can do to help.
if I blow up, I'm out in the wilderness instead of inside of the one of the most populated areas of this planet.
Though we may not know the whole story, we do know you're in for a fight. And while the Exarch's away, it falls to the rest of us to see the Warrior of Darkness is given a proper send-off.
You told them!
No! Well, not in so many words.
Fine, we didn't need it spelled out for us. When the night sky appeared over whichever place you went to, it was harder not to put two and two together.
They made 4.
From the moment I heard that you and the Exarch shared the homeland, I had my suspicions. Long had he been waiting for a certain someone to arrive. And I knew at once that it must be you.
Exactly. When he went up to meet you, it was clear it was no ordinary visitor. That spring in his step spoke volumes. I could feel his excitement.
Eat him! That's right!
Your hair's clipping, Morin.
We do not fully understand where you or the Exarch hail from, or why you've all done so much to protect us. But we are deeply grateful nonetheless. So, if there is anything at all we might do to aid your journey, you need only name it. What would you have of us?
You might have invited them to join us, where there are not so many. But come, they are waiting. What is your will, O Warrior of Darkness?
Defend the Crystarium until we return. Leave it to us. We'll see the Exarch home safe and sound. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. That would be such an asshole thing to say. Defend the Crystarium until we return. I've tried doing some of the sarcastic remarks and stuff. You can actually fail a dialogue check sometimes on these missions and say the wrong thing, and it will have you go back and pick a different thing to say, which is kind of messed up. Thou didst plan to commandeer an Amaro for thy journey to the open sea. I fear the following dive down unto Emmett Selk's underwater abode would drain even thy legendary stamina. Thus, during thy convalescence, we considered the most efficacious method for reaching the depths of the Tempest, and I believe we have arrived at an elegant solution. Yet ere we discuss this step, I suggest thou dost conclude such pressing business as remains to thee in the Crystarium. Good God, I really hate the way you talk, Oriange. With the sea clothed above our heads, we are unlikely to surface again until our grand deed is done. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for now, because of the fact that I am way over time. Thank you all for watching. This has been part 127 of this live stream playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. We got a nice chunk of story completed. And we are level 79. Storm Toss Seas will be tossing us in on the next part. If you'd like to go ahead, give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber. Keep up the content. Comment down below telling me what you think about the game and my gameplay. No spoilers, please. And I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to check out Plexus Gaming for some solid 7 Days to Die content. He has quite the engineering mind. Way better than my blocky content. Anyways, see y'all later. Bye.